Perfect. I count up so much money lately. I count up so much that they hate me. Yeah, I make niggas mad cause they ain't me. Yeah, I've been in my bag going crazy. I count up so much money lately. I count up so much that they hate me. Yeah, I make niggas mad cause they ain't me. Yeah, I've been in my bag going crazy. Bitch, I'm not.
First don't fuck your bitch in the click you claim. West side when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus, Puffy tryna see me weak, hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia some more. I think a little higher. I think a little higher.
And I also want to say, if you're happy and sad, then my intent makes you bring you joy. And also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, be post, share to all social media platforms. Also, don't forget to also hit the post notification bell for future videos. And also get the Pizzo Gang merchandise at teespring.com/PJDigitalMildadsGang. And if you think the price is a little too high, I have a promo code 2, welcome 25 in all caps. And you have to get 2 items for that code to activate. Okay. So for our next reaction, we have what conspiracy theory are you certain is true and why? Okay, let's check it out.
r/ask Reddit. What conspiracy theory are you certain is true? Why? I am 100% convinced my barber is cutting my hair longer and longer each time. The city tore up the road in front of his shop months and months ago and are taking their sweet time fixing it. I'm convinced he keeps cutting my hair longer since then because this means I need more haircuts more frequently and this makes up for the lost business from the road being torn up. You know it's time to bring it up with him when he starts putting hair extensions in. See also, GTA San Andreas. The UFO conspiracy is a government conspiracy. GTA San Andreas.
Wait, so that was his conspiracy theory? He thinks. Wait, so there's road construction, so like that's why the barber takes takes a long time in cutting his hair. How does that? Wait, how does that like concern the guy that's getting like his haircut from the barber? Because the barber has to be there for the whole day, right? Like, so why is he taking long to cut the hair where he the it should only concern the guy that's getting his hair cut because he has to go out after his hair is getting cut. So I don't think that I don't think it's true because like I don't really see because he said let me see so he says he's convinced his barber is cutting his hair longer and longer each time. Like there's road construction, right? And then let me see, he's taking his sweet time fixing it. No, they're taking their sweet time fixing it because he keeps cutting my hair longer since then because this means I need more haircuts for you. This makes up for lost business. So we'll be on it. Yeah, I don't believe it's true. Like seriously, I don't believe because like it's not making sense where like it should only affect the guy that's getting his haircut from the barber because the barber has to still stay there the longest. Like why would it affect the guy that's getting his haircut where he needs to find a way like to like so no he needs to find a way how he gonna get out of there after his hair is done getting cut. So like I'm a little like confused on this because like and plus like you only have one guy that's no you only the barber only has like one customer like for that whole day. Like where's the other customers at? And then he starts talking about extensions. Like that only happens in a salon. You know, yeah, I'm a little iffy on that.
The UFO conspiracy is a government conspiracy. Project Blue Book was a real program in which the US government purposefully made UFO sightings appear to be a government cover-up. In actuality, the UFO sightings were of the B-2 bomber, F-117 and other experimental aircraft. The military used the UFO sightings to cover up the development of these aircraft. I believe this program never stopped, and the government loves the idea of UFO and alien conspiracy because it makes the government appear more powerful while simultaneously misdirecting the public. Edit. For clarification, he definitely misspoke when referring to the B-2 and Project Blue Book. It would have been the SR-71 that was being covered up. UFO reports were indeed made when the B-2 was being tested at Area 51. The military didn't actively perpetuate those sightings the same way they did with the Blue Book. Just let them continue. Also, a lot of people are recounting their personal sightings of UFOs that defy physics, etc. While some of these I would maintain could still be military aircraft, by no means am I saying all UFOs are explainable.
Well, all I'm gonna say about this whole thing because I remember it was either 2020 or 2021 where there were these this was like an event where like they were gonna raid Area 51. Like there's a lot of things that the government haven't been telling you, like seriously, because like I don't think like one person has like actually like raid Area 51 and like they seen like UFO. No, there were some people, but like it was fake because like you can't just like be raiding Area 51 and then just come out alive because like that's it's a place too that like it's not like public, it's not live, like where you go where you can see it like up close and whatnot. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. And then yeah, I already said it. Like the government like they've been like covering a lot of things. So maybe there are aliens that have been like already like visit this world and whatnot, and like we just don't know about it. Like the government is just like hiding the fact that that they already have visited and they're just leaving like with us like the imagination of like if there's like actual like life like on like different planets and whatnot.
I'm talking specifically about the idea that the government has found, made contact with aliens and reversed engineered their spacecraft. I would wager that the governments of the world have marginally more knowledge regarding true UFOs than the average citizen. This is also what I believe. In addition, they know a certain segment of the population will hunt out conspiracy theories. The government actively engage these people with exciting, fantastic and sexy stories of alien space wars, alien-human hybrids living among us, and secret space programs. These keeps the conspiracy types occupied and out of their hair for real secret programs, which are not fantastical in any way.
Look, if we have alien human hybrids that are living among us, then like that's very interesting. But it has to be like in the news, like to come up. Like if it hasn't come in the news yet, then we just gonna have to have like in our minds imagination that like it's gonna come like someday. But if it has already come, then we're living with aliens. Like seriously. So and we have like the movies like to like keep us like entertained in the meantime. So because I'm thinking about Independence Day, I'm thinking about what else? Alien, the Alien movies, Alien versus Predator, Predator. What else? I don't know if y'all seen that movie, Paul. It's like a raunchy like movie. It plays Simon Frost. No, that's his name, right? No, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. I mean, and yeah, like we just and then we just have like all these like alien movies that like that keep us entertained until like like we actually see like aliens like live action, because like what we know like what aliens like look like is just like big eyes, a big head, like a big like I would say like oval head, and like they have like gray color skin. Like how we know that that's what aliens actually look like?
I remember reading a story, or watching a docu somewhere about this. There was a guy who asserted he had observed UFOs somewhere in the US Southwest. He let someone know, and one day the government showed up, asked him all about it. He told them everything he knew. They confirmed everything he said. He was in fact communicating with aliens and whatnot, and should keep studying them and reporting his findings to them. The truth? The government had been testing helicopters in the night. These are the lights he'd seen and radio signals he heard. They wanted to delegitimize him, make him look crazy. It worked. No one ever believed him after this. This works for many reasons and is a clever tactic. Game 2 of the 2009 NBA Finals.
So like after the man said that he had like been seeing like UFOs and whatnot, like the government want to come up and be like maybe like let's test out this theory, and maybe like he might be like onto something, or they want to like just like make they want to like somehow like get rid of the theory and like shut his mouth a little bit so like he won't like talk even more, and then like bring out and like to the news and whatnot, because like the government, they have like their own like plans like to like release information. Like they feel like if they release like this big of a story, then like all hell will break loose. Like people will get like scared a lot. People won't be able to sleep. The economy, I mean, the economy will go up because people will be buying like things to like try to get rid of the aliens. But then like you will have like the population going down because like people will be like, oh, people will be like assuming like whoever like they've been talking to, like their close friends or family related or relatives are like aliens themselves, and then like they'd be like killing each other, and then like it would just like go like all like crazy. So maybe like that's why they trying to keep it civilized, so that like they're trying to keep it civilized, and it's trying to keep it private too, so that the people like will be safe like in their own hands.
Paul Pierce pooped his pants and covered it up by faking a knee injury. There's no way he hurt his knee so bad that he needed to be carried off the court, only to run back on the court minutes later and play like nothing happened. That, and there was a noticeable brown spot on his pants before he went down. Edit. This was game 1 of the 2008 finals. I beefed up, I'm sorry. He still very well may have pooped himself at some point in 2009. We just have no evidence. The way he was carried off is exactly how I would carry someone who pooped their pants. 2 people grab a leg and let the poo pool down in his shorts. Don't want that stuff coming down a leg hole. How did this theory first come about? The US Postal Service is using algorithms to estimate the tracking of packages instead of reliably scanning the packages that have tracking delivery confirmation. Why? Because in the past 3 months I've had packages arrive in my mailbox a week after they said they were delivered. As a seller, I've had customers' packages with delivery confirmation show as delivered that didn't arrive until days later. This absolutely sucks for consumers who don't get their package but have no course of action because the PO says it has been delivered. This happened to me and I was told by an Amazon this app deliver packages. The US Postal Service is using algorithms to estimate the tracking of packages instead of reliably scanning the packages that have tracking delivery confirmation. Why? Because in the past 3 months I've had packages arrive in my mailbox a week after they said they were delivered. As a seller, I've had customers' packages with delivery confirmation show as delivered that didn't arrive until days later. This absolutely sucks for consumers who don't get their package but have no course of action because the PO says it has been delivered.
because like it's like I remember like not too long ago I was having a package like delivered not to myself. I was delivering to somebody else. It was like my merch like PJ Jizzle Gang merchandise at teespring.com/PJ Jizzle Gang. Yeah, I was having it delivered to somebody, and like it was like they that person didn't live there anymore, so I had to like call like a lot of like customer service people like back and forth. Like they were transferring me to like different numbers and whatnot. And then I finally I finally got like to where like I had to go with like not getting the package sent back, but like like seeing like if they had like a new address, because it was like I gave them the address like to send it to, and the original like place, and then that place had said like he moved, and then I don't know why, but I feel like that place should just told like the package delivery guy where they moved to, so like he could just like deliver it to that place, because like it's like these people like I was basically delivering to like a famous person, right? And then like it's like famous people don't like getting merch anymore. Then why do y'all always like give out y'all PO boxes like in y'all YouTube like description? Like that's what I don't understand. It's like because the I had sent out a package to like to 21 Savage, right? And I still don't know if he got it or not because he never posted it. Um, and like I don't know if 21 Savage has a YouTube channel, but like if he got it, then like he would have like put like a or maybe somebody or maybe like I sent it to the wrong place, because it's really crazy how like you don't know if the person got it or if they did, and then they just like never wore it, because that's just a waste of money. So that I'm just lucky that I only sent like one merch like package out. Like I ain't sent to like to a lot of people. But that's a lot of money being sent out.
This happened to me, and I was told by an Amazon employee that sometimes the delivery drivers will mark the package as delivered so as not to screw up their route. As somebody who does Amazon Flex a bit, they recently updated the app to fix this. Now if you select a package out of order in the route, it will actually go to the next package after that and continue the route, rather than constantly suggesting you try delivering the first one. For example, if you had 5 packages and had an issue with 2, so you selected 3 as the next delivery. Previously, once 3 was delivered, it would have then routed you to 2. Now it routes you to 4. Of course, what you're supposed to do when you have an issue with 2 is report that issue through the app. There's a structure for this shit, but because we're all just random idiots doing it through an app, there's not much quality control on who's delivering your packages. No interview process or resume submission or anything. Just a background check to make sure you've never driven drunk or something. I believe Trader Joe's purposely build their parking lots too small so it looks like they're busier than they actually are. Today I learned that Trader Joe's tiny parking lot isn't just a thing where I live. I have lived in multiple states, from the West Coast, Midwest and to New England, and traveled all across the country. I firmly believe Trader Joe's selects their real estate based on shitty parking situations. Edit. Thank you for this list of large TJ's parking lots. Since I am moving again soon, I will take this information under consideration when deciding where we go next. Portsmouth, NH Danbury, CT half of New Jersey, Virginia Beach, VA Westchester, CA Indio, CA Pasadena, CA Santa Cruz, CA. Reddit is just me and 8 million.
Okay, so there's a trade, because I've never been to a Trader Joe's before. So like I just know that it's like a convenience like grocery store where like people could just like find anything like they want, and like they have like snacks, they have like food you could cook, they have like beverages, They have like a lot of stuff that you will find at a grocery market. So like I just never been there, like seriously. But I've heard like a lot of like reviews, like positive reviews, like from that place. That people just love going there. Like seriously.
Million really cleverly written bots pretending to be people. Plot twist. 8 million Redditors cleverly wrote a bot to believe it's a human. And it's you. Calm down, Blade Runner. The moon landing. The moon never landed anywhere. It's still in the sky. Just look outside. No, it's just a super thin metal disc held in rotation by satellites. In Mark Ron.
Wait, what? So you saying the moon is basically just a disc, a super thin metal disc held in rotation by satellite? Yo, the moon is an actual like. I mean, I like the only person that seen the moon like up close was Neil Armstrong. But like, you can't just say it's a metal disc in rotation by satellites. Like then what's that metal disc though? Because like we see that metal disc every night, and it can't be like a like a hologram or like a holographic thing that we just see, and then like it just goes away like after dark, like in the morning. Then we see the sun. Like you're gonna say like the sun is fake too? Like the moon is an actual it's not a planet. It's like a. It's just like another I'm just gonna say another like I don't know what to call it. Like a big rock. You know what? It's another like big rock. Just like the sun, like it's a big rock. Okay.
Super thin metal disc held in rotation by satellites. In Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk, the line Uptown Funk you up, Uptown Funk you up, they actually say duck a few times. Okay, so this one time I was at a farmer's market and there was this kid, definitely under 10 years old, playing an electric guitar and singing, which was pretty adorable. But then when he started on Uptown Funk he was definitely saying duck. Not intentionally, just how it came out. There was probably a crowd of about 50 people trying not to laugh so as to not make the kid feel embarrassed about performing. But it was one of the funniest things ever. Even the kid's parents were barely holding it together.
No, that's crazy, son. Like, yo, it's like, yo, you're trying to hold in your laugh, but your kid's cursing and saying the F word, thinking that that's what's in the song, and you're trying not to laugh, and you're his parents, right? I can understand for the people that are watching him as the audience, but for his folks to not like stop him, like, cause he just keeps on saying "Town, you up," like what the fuck? And he's saying that multiple times, not just one time, but multiple times. Okay.
My son does it the reverse way. I'm too hot. Hot day. It still makes sense. Big Mason Jar founded Pinterest to boost sales. They've got their fingerprints all over Etsy too. That Hitler didn't die in that bunker. The bodies found were burned. Well burned. Beyond recognition. Also, the source that everyone cites for this evidence was pretty iffy. Also, turned out the Soviet Union had the bodies for many years. Once they tested DNA, it belonged to a woman. Dental records didn't match. He is obviously dead now. But once you read about Hitler's death you come to find there isn't any real evidence the bastard died. Even Stalin believed Hitler escaped. Everyone knows that Hitler was murdered in a cinema in France. Golomi. The Turkish coup.
So he escaped, and then like he was just like just hiding low key, like making sure that nobody saw him, and then he didn't do anything, like anything to like regain his name, and then he just died in a cinema. Like somebody saw him watching a movie, like he thought he was low key eating his popcorn, drinking his soda, and somebody was like, "Yo, that's it, yo." Like what the heck?
It was an orchestrated attempt at a power grab by Erdogan. Think about it. The military tries to take over the state. While that's going on, 2 jet fighters of the military fly next to Erdogan's plane, but refuse to engage and flew away. Immediately after the coup, Erdogan begins a mass purge of all opposing forces and parties and does multiple government power grabs. My friend said the same thing. that the coup was a false flag. Tanks and armed officers surrender to police squad cars, and right after, Erdogan uses the incident to seize up more power and claims that there would be consequences of such an incident, all of which easily necessitated his measures of preventing subversion of his control by tightening up his authoritarian powers and preventing other Turkish politicians getting elected to the presidency. Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened and nobody questions it now. I never even knew it was a conspiracy theory, I thought it was fact. D. B. Cooper. The whole flight crew was in on the scam. Nobody jumped out of the plane. He hid somewhere the authorities wouldn't have checked and then strolled out with the money wearing an outfit he had under his clothes. D. B. Cooper took the money and went on to live under the alias Tommy Wiseau. I'm partial to the theory that Ron Paul is D. B. Cooper. The age-adjusted sketch that the FBI released in 2008 looks a lot like Paul, and pictures of Paul from the mid-70s look a lot like the original sketch. Paul's height, 5 feet 11, also matches Cooper's description. In addition, Paul first ran for office in 1974, the year after the hijacking, which would fit if the hijacking was a way of raising money to go into politics. I believe the rich
I learned about DB Cooper like through the Loki show, like the Marvel Loki show, where it was on like a YouTube channel where like they were talking about like he pretended to be no, they were trying to say that Loki was DB Cooper, and how like in DB Cooper like story, he was on a plane, he was on a plane, and he jumped out of that plane, and then he was never seen. Like the money was seen, but he was never seen. Like he escaped by jumping off the plane and whatnot. So like for me to hear that like the whole like people like on the plane was like on the scam, and he's just like blended in, then it's still a little confusing. It's still a little like 50-50 on like what actually happened. So I can't say that if that's actually true, and like he's been like a different person, like just like living a double life and whatnot.
Rich are pitting people against each other to drastically take attention away from how they make the rules and run the show. Hard for a white man and black man to come together and fight a common enemy such as the wealthy when their media stations make you hate each other over skin color or other non-important issues for the country. This is exactly what's happening the world over. I'd agree with this one. Back in 2010 during the Occupy movement, the media shit a brick. Every story was either discrediting the whole movement or yelling at people that they have to do everything possible to avoid class warfare and it won't solve anything. Now, instead of being angry at the rich, poor people are at each other's throats. Racial tensions are higher than they've been in decades, but you don't hear the media say a peep about avoiding a race war, because they don't care. It's far easier to get away with screwing people over if they're only paying attention to the other people getting screwed rather than the ones doing the screwing. Trump's campaign started off as a joke, but as he gained popularity he realized he could actually win. Not a joke as much as a way to get attention. He's been running in every election for a while. He just never made any progress. Basically a voter-funded book tour. He always had a new book to sell when election season would get going. When Pope Francis had just started, there were some rumors that he would dress as a normal priest at night and
Because like it was like when he ran against wait, did he I think wait, hold up. No, when he ran against Obama, right? No, that wasn't him. I'm thinking about Rami. Yeah, Rami went against Obama. When he went against Hillary, and he went against like Biden, right? So no, wait, who did he? How did he? Hold on, 'cause I know he went against Obama too. He went against like three people. Cause he went against Biden, and then he went against Hillary. Like did he go? Hold on. good point, right? I think he did, yeah. So he went up against Obama, and then he also went up against Hillary and Biden. And then Obama, he lost the election, and then Hillary also lost the election, and then um Biden won the election. That's what I'm guessing. Like, y'all let me know the comment section because I forgot if he went up against 3 of them or just 2 of them. Like, did he just go up against Hillary and Biden, or did he also go up against Obama too? Cause I remember that, but I forgot something. Like, seriously, like it's just like these years been going so fast, so I be forgetting and whatnot.
And volunteer at soup kitchens and whatnot incognito. I like the thought of the Pope getting just a tiny bit too stress adjusting to his new job. I came here expecting to find depressing things that I refuse to believe. Thanks for proving me wrong. Although the Vatican officially denied the allegation, it wouldn't shock me if they did so more for practical security matters than for the purpose of conveying the truth. The claim has never been properly verified, but I personally consider this less of a conspiracy and more of a fun secret. It just seems so appropriate given his public persona, especially when the adoration was overflowing right after his installation. Open bracket. Side note, I'm not sure if installation is the right word. What do you call it when they declare a new pope? Popification? Edit. Pontificating or election were what I was looking for. Thanks for the help. Vladimir Putin planned the Moscow apartment bombings as an excuse to start the Second Chechen War, which facilitated his rise to power. I mean, they found FSB people near buildings where actual bombs were found in bags, and they said it was a training exercise. Is this still a theory? I honestly thought it was documented fact. Beyoncé was not born in 1981. She was born in 1979 and she will be turning 38 not 36 this September. Her dad has been on radio shows and mentioned that Beyoncé was the same age as Pink, who was born in 1979. Pretending you are 2 years younger seems like a very petty thing to lie about, but in a strange way I could see it may have been beneficial to her early Destiny's Child days to portray her as the teen singer who's the face of a girl group, a common trope in the late 90s. Pretending you are 2 years younger seems like a very petty thing to lie about. I did when I was at university for stupid insecure reasons. I was basically 2 years older than everyone else. All these
Nah, but that's normal. Like, seriously, like I would understand that because like females, like niggas, like nobody wants to like tell their real age, like because they feel like insecure about it. Like, so like they want to feel younger, so that's why like they tell them like a fake age, and then like they just keep on like going about it, and then until like somebody like does their research and like sees like what age like they really are. But like that's just somebody that just don't have a life. Like, seriously, like you doing research about that one person just so that you could feel good about yourself. Like you're not gonna sleep. You're not gonna sleep. You're not gonna eat until you find their real age. Good luck with that. Like this.
These home ancestry DNA tests that popped up out of nowhere have me suspicious. Edit. 2 words second edit. Sorry, I should actually state my theory. I feel like these suddenly became popular as a way to collect a massive database of DNA. I really wanted to do one of these tests, but the fact that your DNA data is only kept online, you're not given the data as physical media, doesn't sit right with me. We already have the NSA collecting photos, etc. While I'm not going to dismiss the creepy aspects that having people's DNA in databases entails, it's mostly because DNA sequencing technology has gone leaps and bounds the past decade thanks to next-gen sequencing. It became a fraction of the price and takes a fraction of the time, and someone said, hey, we can so market this. Undergrad bio majors often do their own DNA tests in class. It's that easy. Edit. This comment actually makes me think of one of the Artemis Fowl books. Open bracket. Villain replaces herself in prison with a clone because they use DNA as it in that world. Somehow Pokemon Go knows when I'm smoking weed because every time I smoke and open it, a coughing pops up. It's happened around 8+ times that I can remember. and coughings are not a Pokemon that's common around me. Edit. I wanted to test out my conspiracy. It's 9+ times now. We're through the looking glass here, people. R/a boring dystopia. The Denver International Airport.
Let me see, I played Pokemon Go like twice, and it didn't really like, cause maybe like I didn't have like Wi-Fi or data, but it was just like it didn't get like fun anymore because it was like one of the Pokemon characters was like right there, and I had to like find it, and plus like it was just like you had to like go out in public, and Pokemon Go, like I feel like it was a dangerous like app like to play because some of these Pokemon characters would be like they could have been like on the road, or they would be like somewhere that you shouldn't like walk, like a bridge or a cliff or like a hill and something. And like it's like you find that like the Charizard or Pikachu and whatnot, and then you could find like a Charizard like in a bridge, and then like or on the road. Like that's like a risk of danger like for your life, like where like it's gonna be on the road, and then you think you just caught a Charizard and you see a car just coming towards you, and like that's your life, it's over, like my nigga, like that's it. But y'all see it as a game, like not knowing that like it could have been like very dangerous. But I haven't seen like because it's like an old game now because I haven't seen like anybody play it anymore. So but it was in a lot of like binds and like a lot of Instagram videos like 2 or 3 years ago.
Port is a hub for the Illuminati. Have you seen it? It's a hub for something creepy, that's for sure. Yep, weird stuff. How it went way over budget by millions, but actually cut corners during construction. The overhead view of the runways resembles a swastika. Lots of construction deep underground without explanation. The long delays before it officially opened, while having an already perfectly functioning airport not far away. David Stern forced Jordan to leave the NBA because of gambling, and that is linked to his father's death. I believe this to be true as well. Jordan was a well-known gambler and there was no sense in tarnishing the image of him or the NBA, so his suspension was guised as a retirement. Unrelated. He's said to be a real donghead. Unrelated. He's said to be a real donghead. That seems to be the standard takeaway from an I Met Michael Jordan celebrity encounter. Grocery stores move shit around all the time to keep you in the store longer. Not the basics like eggs, bread, and milk. The weird stuff like chia seeds, lemon juice, and tartar sauce. This isn't a conspiracy, it's true. Even Costco does it. It's to get you to see more items in the store and is proven to make you spend more. Multiple times I have been on Tinder and seen someone and said to myself, holy shit, death swiping right, only to be greeted with the "you are out of likes" screen. I just wait till the morning though. They're still the first ones on there. Seems like it has happened way too often to me though. They put a person who is frequently right swiped on attractive as the one right when you are out of likes to motivate people into buying more. They also front stack people who you matched with when you haven't used it in a while to give you a successful feeling, making you swipe more, using up your likes. I doubt I'm the first person.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of true too. And like another thing too, that like with Tinder and like with all these like dating apps, like it would be like you already like right swipe or like left swipe somebody, and then you will see them again, and then it's just like I feel like the game that they're playing is that like even though you right swiped on them, like they would put the same person again to right swipe. Like it don't make any sense, but it's just like that's how Tinder. I think like the reason why they do that is like so that you could buy their Tinder Gold, so that they could give you more people. But for the people that aren't like paying for the membership, they put the same like people like on that list, so that like when you actually buy the Tinder Gold, they'll give you more people, but you have to buy the membership. Like it's crazy.
To come
but it's business. Like that's
Up with this, but I've long believed that the reason the US always seems to always be involved in some military action is actually because the Pentagon wants to keep our military ready and trained for a more serious conflict. They want to make sure they always have combat experienced, battle-hardened veterans ready for a real war should it break out. That's not why the US gets involved, but it is well known and documented that an armed conflict every 15 years is somewhat necessary to keep soldiers experienced. So you've never heard the term military-industrial complex? The USA has been in a wartime economy since World War II. No war, economic collapse. I can't even believe you left out the part where the Undertaker threw mankind off a Hell in the Cell through the Spanish announcer's table. Hey, both WTC towers have asbestos. That needs to be removed. That sounds awfully expensive. Why don't I just coordinate a terrorist attack where 4 planes are hijacked and 2 of them hit both towers? 1 hits the Pentagon, and 1 crashes in a field. Hopefully the towers will completely collapse as well. Yup, that should do it. Now I won't have to pay to remove the asbestos.
they're trying to troll like what happened in September 11. Like seriously, because like that was a big thing that happened in 9/11. Like a lot of people like were killed, and like people were also affected too because like they had like they were under the influence of like some sort of like gas or like the toxics that was like in that building after like the plane crash and whatnot. And and I'm also like curious of like if that World War III thing was ever in effect because it was big in like 2020 or 2021, and like they just like completely shut it down. Like it was just like a facade, like a just like a event like that was just like meant to be like a troll and whatnot.
Instead, I'll just fake a terrorist attack and kill 3,000 Americans. Pockets in women's clothing are designed to be small or non-existent so the fashion industry can sell women purses. The sun is actually the center of the solar system. We can sell women purses.
Yeah, with that, because like I've never seen like women that have like pockets because like that's why like it's like but we have pockets like in Mock store like this like Burlington like we have pockets like in like the women's jeans, or if they want to buy like a dress there's pockets in those, or like or any pants like there's pockets like in the women's like pants like in the in Burlington that I sell that we sell, yeah. But they still be buying purses though. Like even though like there's pockets that like what they have to put in their purses is different from like it could be big. So like I can understand about this conspiracy theory about like the pockets being small, and like they might have like a wallet, or they might have anything that woman like carries with her, like she might have to use like, and that it'll be like not able like to fit inside like her pocket of her pants or her jeans. So that's why like the fashion industry or like my store, like we be selling a lot of purses, and like they be buying a lot of bags. It's annoying, but shit, like if they need to buy the purses to put like all their things, I don't know what like these females be putting like in their purses too. Cause you got wallets, you got they be putting deodorant, they be putting like papers, mails, um uh cosmetics like makeup and whatnot. It'd be a lot like they be putting in their purses, and they need a purse for like every day too. Because like I still remember this one customer, like he bought hella purses, and I don't know if he's like if he's sending these purses like back to his home country, like to his like family relatives, but there's a lot of purses he bought, and it's like, are you buying it for a different day, or like this one purse like you wore from one day and you need a new purse? Like you can't just wear that purse for every day. like it's not worn out yet. It's still new. Or because like the purse like has a different brand name that you need to buy it, son. It's just like sneakers. Like if it's from that if it's from like Jordans or from like LeBrons or Kobe's or like the new Kyrie's, you gotta buy it, son, because it has that brand name. Like serious, the brand name sells.
The sun is actually the center of the solar system, not the earth. The church doesn't want you to know the truth. I firmly believe, and will never be dissuaded on this, that NBA Commissioner David Stern colluded in 1985 to ensure the New York Knicks would end up with a number 1 overall pick in the draft, thus ensuring them the services of Patrick Ewing. This is what gave birth to the concept of the frozen envelope theory. Supposedly the envelope containing the name of the New York Knicks was placed in a refrigerator just prior to the draft, and thus allowed Stern to make sure the Knicks, arguably their biggest and most important market, got the top pick in that draft. I love NBA conspiracy theories, even the ones today. Up above there is a comment on how Paul Pierce crapped his pants. I believe it. The reason Eazy-E died of AIDS is because Suge Knight murdered him, hired someone to inject AIDS-infected blood into his system. Suge even alluded to it on Jimmy Fallon's talk show. So how many deaths is Suge Knight responsible for? Isn't he blamed?
Wait, so he basically agreed to hiring somebody to inject AIDS to affect their blood. So Eazy-E could still be alive to this day if it wasn't for Suge Knight. Is Suge Knight still alive or in prison? Because like I haven't heard like anything new about Suge Knight. Like I did not know, because like ever since I watched Straight Outta Compton, like his character, like whoever played him, like he did a good job, because like he had like a scary approach like with him. Like, and was he like their manager or something? He was American executive. Yeah, he's still alive, like till this day, son. And he's convicted like for voluntary manslaughter. He got a lot of kids. Let's see. Trying to see something. Okay, so I'm not certain if he's arrested or. Okay, yeah, so I'm guessing he's in jail right now. Yeah, so he's arrested. Okay.
For both Biggie and Tupac's deaths. He definitely put a hit on Biggie, but Puffy was the one that put a hit on Pac. Biggie was just retaliation. The death of Dr. David Kelly, no way was it suicide, and Tony Blair has blood on his hands over it. My dad swears he cured his cancer with weed. He made some kind of oil in the backyard and ate it for a few months, and no cancer, no radiation, no chemo. He ate a ton of that stuff. He was high as hell. He calls it Rick Simpson oil. He had hairy cell leukemia from Agent Orange that turned into lymphoma after about 15 years. I'm just glad I have my dad. I don't care how or why it worked. Not so much a conspiracy.
Crazy, son. Like, yo, he found a way to get rid of the cancer by making like his own like herbal like oil, like in his backyard. Seriously, like if he tends like to keep it to himself, like then that's just being selfish. Like seriously.
Conspiracy theory, more like a prediction of the future. Anything I do or post on the internet might one day be used against me, especially if I become a more prominent public figure or important person. Someone can and will one day know too much about you. Elite pedophile rings. Example, the Detroit affair. I made a huge Today I Learned post about this and it got 33k upvotes. A retired police officer found Cyril Smith, British MP with 144 accusations of child molestation and abuse, in a home with a sex offender and 2 drunk teenage boys. He was threatened to be prosecuted under the Official Secrets Act. Nothing happened. Moreover, there were tons of other instances of child abuse that happened in the late 70s or late 80s in Elms House in London because Smith was part of a massive paedophilic network that consisted of MPs and government ministers. Everything they did was covered up and every officer which tried investigating was threatened with the Official Secrets Act. They were even tied to the murder of an Indian boy in the 80s who was completely mutilated. Almost all of the investigation files regarding Cyril Smith were destroyed by the Metropolitan Police. In effect, a dossier of all the members in Parliament and top bankers and government officials was drafted by a Conservative MP, Geoffrey Dongens, which was later lost. Margaret Thatcher later explicitly prevented one of these politicians, Peter Heyman, a top-level British diplomat, in this suspected ring from being investigated, even though a 33-page document by the Director of Public Prosecutions showed he had paedophilic material. When David Cameron back in 2014 paneled a board to investigate it, the first 2 heads of the board were fired. They officially resigned, and then the third one was rehired because they had to disband the panel to make another one. Insane. This ring didn't just die in the 80s in Britain, it still exists today. Multiple cartels are operating in the US, and they are a big part of why the average working person is struggling so much there. By cartel, I don't mean a drug smuggling group. I'm talking about a group of legal businesses and corporations who work together to keep prices high and costs low while pretending to compete with one another. Cases in point, telecom providers. It's well known that there's a literal agreement between Time Warner and Comcast that they won't compete with one another, that each is their sphere of interest and they won't move into the other sphere. This has the effect of stifling infrastructure investment and keeping prices high. Healthcare costs are another cartel situation. Voter suppression efforts by the Republican Party. There's no real problem with in-person voter fraud in the US. There's maybe a dozen cases of it, out of millions of people, but Republicans are pretending there is a problem so that they can suppress their opponents' voting rights. I don't know if I believe it's entirely true, but I feel like there may be some truth to the conspiracy that says Elvis befriended President Nixon to get the government to help him fake his death so he could live out the rest of his life as a not famous person. It's at least somewhat plausible. But who is going to fake their death as? He died on the toilet pushing too hard? Question mark? When you're lying. 3 died on the toilet pushing too hard.
That's crazy because like that was also like in that show Black Dynamite where it was like an Elvis like episode and like they showed him like dying like in the toilet because like he pushed too hard or he got shot. He got he got assassinated like while in the toilet. So I don't know what actually happened, but like I wouldn't say like I was a big fan of Elvis because like I wasn't born like around that time. So I'm just gonna say that like he maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Like I can't really say for sure.
Question mark? When you're lying, throw in a bit of self-embarrassing info, makes it more believable. That the McCanns were actively involved with the disappearance and or death of their daughter Madeline. That op is conspiring with the disappearance and or death of their daughter Madeline.
I don't know who the McCanns are, so like seriously, so like
that op is conspiring to make me read all these posts and believe the 9/11 and JFK theories. Khloe Kardashian's actual father is O.J. Simpson and nothing is
she not been. You saying Chloe? Wait, which one's Chloe? Courtney, Chloe. Chloe's the tall one, right? Chloe don't even look like half black. Like seriously, she don't. She look fully white, son. Like Bruce, I mean Caitlyn, whatever. That gotta be her father's son. Like not like not OJ. Like maybe Kim. Like cause she look a little black. Courtney. Nah, that definitely Bruce Caitlyn. So yeah, so like how like she don't even look like she has like a little black in her. Like Chloe speaks white, she looks black. I mean, she looks white, and that's it.
Going to convince me otherwise. The chemicals in the water turning the friggin' frogs gay. Simulated reality. Spiders have 8 eyes because they are actually self-replicating webcams that locate and move to corners where using silk wires they build a structure which they can use to trap small animals for food, and also as an antenna they can use like a string instrument to send data to their network. That's just science right there. Elliott Smith didn't kill himself. Yeah, he sang sad songs, but he was recording a new album and had just invited a new producer to help him work on it, and no one stabs themselves in the chest twice. IDK who did it, but he didn't do it himself. Not saying you're wrong, but lots of people stab themselves multiple times during a suicide attempt. They're called hesitation wounds. For example, Artie Lange stabbed himself 9 times with a chef's knife and fortunately survived.
What? Nah, but look, it's like with 50 Cent too. Like he got shot 9 times, and they managed to like save his life, and like now he's a producer of Power, and like all these like series that are making a lot of money. Like this man 50 Cent got shot 9 times, and managed to still get back on his feet. Like that's crazy. And then you telling me somebody stabbed themselves 9 times and he managed to like survive? Yo, what doctors are y'all going to, son? Like seriously, give me their numbers, cause like that I need them right now. Yeah, that's crazy, son.
Again, not saying anything about yes. Darth Jar Jar. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.
Alright, so look, this was very interesting. Like a lot of like conspiracy theories all in one. Alright, so y'all let me know which conspiracy theory like threw you off, like just like y'all got confused, or like y'all were very like interesting like at it. And this was, what conspiracy theory are you certain is true and why? And yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, post share to all social media platforms. Also, don't forget to hit the post notification bell for future videos, and also get the Digital Gang merchandise at teespring.com/pdigital gang. And it's your boy P Digital 21 signing off, and Red Digital Gang.
Do you slide on, bitches. We keep on coming while we running for your juice. Steady gunning, keep on busting at the boots. You know the rules.